God, I want to thank you for all the good things, all the highs that we had, and we celebrated, Lord, with you. We celebrated even on this call, Lord, and things we couldn't even imagine, God, we celebrated with each other. God, I want to also thank you for the lows, God. And I know that sounds weird, but that you brought us through those lows, God, and that you were with us, Lord, even in those times, God, of doubt and uncertainty and walking right beside us, that your presence never left us in 2022. And God, we can be reassured that you are not going to leave us in 2023. And I just pray over these units. I pray over the explosive amount of energy and excitement and growth. The word that Mary's going to bring, God, that you would be with her and all the wisdom that she so has, God, to depart into all of us. And God, I just pray that we walk away from today just changed forever and by your word and by all the leaders that are giving of themselves. And we just pray this year a blessing, especially a protection, and just a blessing over our mind and our body and our strength and everything that we plan forward in this year. In your precious name we pray. Amen. Amen.
Amen.
Amen.
Thank you so much, Heidi, for that. That was
Welcome.
perfect. All right, you guys. So what we're going to do tonight is we are going to start with some announcements for all of the goodies that the company is doing for us. And I know when we opened up our director's memo yesterday and saw all the things, like it was like, oh my gosh, there's so much, but it's so much amazing things that the company is doing. So we're going to talk about that. Jennifer's going to share all the details of that. And then we're going to do some recognition for December, which technically the month has not closed yet. And so there could still be some changes to this recognition, but we do want to make sure that we do go ahead and honor those consultants and the activity that you guys have done for December. And then we'll get into the training. So we're going to start. Let me share my screen here. And then I think Heidi gets to start. No, excuse me, Jennifer. I just said it and then I started to skip it again. So Jennifer gets to start us off with the company announcements.
Yes. Oh my goodness. If you guys have opened up In Touch, if you have checked into your unit pages, like there is so much goodness. So let's get going. And I'm probably gonna need a drink of water by the time I'm done. All right. So first off, the Share the Mary Kay Dream Global Challenge. And so this is not just for the United States or like North America, it is across the entire world. And so Mary Kay has challenged us to collectively have 600,000 new independent beauty consultants join the force by June 30th. And if you have at least one that you add to your team between now and the end of June, you will receive a special bling button on your badge when you go to seminar in August. Okay, so share the dream of Mary Kay. Our next challenge / announcement is the Diamond Power Start. And I actually just printed these out. Just a second, I should have grabbed it over here. Okay, so we've got tracking. Mary Kay gives us tools, which is so great. Okay, so a Diamond Power Start is 60 faces in 60 days. Okay, 60 faces in 60 days. That could be seeing people face to face at your kitchen table, at their kitchen table, at a coffee shop, virtually, whatever that may be. Mary Kay actually has tracking charts. Okay, this is on In Touch under the Diamond Power Start tab, where you can write down the names of the 60 faces that you see. And then on this column, you put in the retail sales amount, like products ordered, customer notes, things like that. So there's actually 2 pages worth because 60 names don't fit on one paper, but you can print out your tracking chart and do a face race. It's a really great booking tool. You just tell people, hey, I'm in a face race. Can I borrow your face? That's literally all you have to say to book them. So easy, so easy. Okay, let's see our next announcement. Ooh, the 6 most important things game. This is fun because there's one for beauty consultants and there's one for sales directors. And so of course, all the details are on In Touch, but for beauty consultants, you can earn a brand new red jacket. The new red jacket collection is launching this year and we get to see it when we go to leadership here in a couple of weeks. We'll be taking pictures and sending to you all. But the new red jacket collection is launching. You can earn on stage recognition, have great start qualified team members. So that's the beauty consultants. And then there's a game for directors too. And we'll be sharing about all of that. Some of it is very similar to what we've been talking about the whole last 6 months is, unit increase by 13% and new directors and red jackets and great start qualifieds and all of that. So there are 2 different challenges for sales directors and consultants. And I'll say, if you are a beauty consultant and you are tracking and you go into DIQ, Mary Kay has you covered. I was reading over all the details, but when you become a director, then all the work you did through DIQ, you get to count towards the director 6 most important thing game. So just a little note there, because I know many of you are going to be in sales director jackets by the end of June. Okay, next announcement is our new Golden Rules Achiever Challenge. This is when your orders accumulate to 600 wholesale in the month of January. Okay, so we're 2 days in, we got 29 days to go, and you'll receive this beautiful gold love bracelet as we are leading with love as a Mary Kay Beauty consultant. So that's the gift from the company this month. And then this is when you are consistent with earning your Be Golden jewelry or prize from the company every single month. Even if you join middle of the year, as long as you're consistent and do it each month, you can still earn these beautiful pieces that you'll get to pick up at seminar in August. All right, what do we have next? There's a lot, y'all. It's all good, all good. Okay, the Sell to Play Mary Kay app challenge. How many of you have customers who order on the Mary Kay app? Maybe they order on your website, maybe they text you, but if they at least order on the app, if you have 5 people place an on-app order in the month of January, you're entered to win a $60 Visa gift card. If you have 5 in February, you're entered to win again and again in March. So you can get entered to win up to 3 times as long as at least 5 customers place an order in 1 calendar month. So you could earn, like I said, $180 as a total if you get lucky to be a winner all 3 months. All right, our next announcement is 8 out of the gate. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay, so this used to be how you could become a Mary Kay sales director at Mary Kay, and they changed it right when I entered DIQ. They increased it. Well, now they're going back to 8 out of the gate, which means you can submit to become a sales director with 8 active personal team members instead of 10. And this also means you get to finish with 24 unit members instead of 30. That's right, you can finish with 24. And of course, you are counted as one of those 24. So 23 other women and men on your team, and you can become a sales director. So this is super exciting, super exciting. All right, let's see what our next announcement is. Oh, they're spring into the 60th virtual event. So this, like I said, this is virtual. It will be taking place on March 24th. It is a free event. I don't know if we have to register. We haven't heard that yet. I don't think so, but so this is taking place of the in-person career conferences that Mary Kay has done. However, I know we've got some regionally that we'll all be able to go to. But this is a fun event that Mary Kay will be putting on with training and inspiration and everything like that. And as you can see, there's a couple sub notes. If you're on target for seminar awards by the end of March, you get invited to a special class in April. Oh, just a second, buddy. And then if you are a new sales director, December 2022 to April 2023, you and your senior director can attend a different special virtual class in April. So there's the main event in March and then 2 extra classes that you can earn as well. All right, let's see. Is that our last announcement? Nope. We have bingo this week. In 2 days. Hey, you just a second. Sorry. Daddy isn't quite home for basketball practice. Bingo is happening Wednesday night. Jennifer Draper and I are going to be doing it together. We have a new bingo board that will be coming. And so join us at 8 o'clock. Invite your customers. You can win and so can they. All right. Do we have any other announcements? Is that it? Okay. That's it for announcements.
Good job.
Wow, there's a lot.
It is always a lot, like when we talk about all of those things, and your directors are all going to be talking about those things in more detail over the next coming days and next coming week and really the whole month. I mean, really, it's most of those are through the 3 months or 6 months. So you're going to be hearing a lot about them, but we just want to make sure that we got that information out to you. And then of course, like Jennifer said, all of that information is on In Touch. So you can go out there, you can read all of the details, all of that yourself as well. All right, so now we're going to move on into our recognition. And so we're going to start with our new consultants. And so Heidi gets to recognize our new consultants.
All right. Well, let's see who joined Mary Kay in the month of December, our brand new beauty consultants that we want to welcome. We had 4 in the month of December. And so I know in January, we are going to probably quadruple, if that or more. Okay. Okay, guys, we want to welcome Ashley, was recruited by Rebecca. And we have Katina, recruited by Cynthia. We have Lauren, recruited by Emily, and Jane, recruited by Jennifer. We want to welcome all of our brand new beauty consultants to our pink bubble. So welcome you guys and to your recruiters. That's awesome. Building. Love
That
it.
is awesome. All right, then Sherry.
If I can get unmuted. Hey, you guys, I get to talk about Red Jackets. Red Jackets are super exciting because that is where we build our teams. And so as a consultant, we always get half off of our, we make profit, 50% off of every product we sell. Well, you keep doing that as a Red Jacket, but you also earn commission. And that's where it gets super exciting as you build your team. So we're going to start out with our Red Jackets. These are our star team builders. And this is, sorry, I'm going to have to move my little screen over because I can't read my letters. We have Amy, and she's from the whole unit. We're going to go, Amy. We also have Kim Klopper, who is from the Huff unit. Way to go, Kim. Then we have Anna Maria, who is in the whole unit. Those are star team builders, you guys. These are the people that have 3 to 4 active team members, and they are making 4, 6, or 8% commission on their orders. Okay. Do we have any more Red Jackets? Star team builder, Laura from the whole unit. Way to go, Laura. And we have Lula from the Ray unit. Go, Lula. Amy from the Pyatt unit. Go, Amy. Bobby Joe from the Hall unit. Congratulations. And Rachel from the Ray unit. Go, Rachel. Okay, the next level we have are our team leaders. And these ladies have, I should say ladies and gentlemen, could be gentlemen, have 5 to 7 active team members, and they are receiving 9 or 13% commission. And at this level, you can go on target for a car. So the first one we have to celebrate here is Lisa from the Ray unit. Way to go, Lisa. Vicky. Oh, wait, Vicky is elite team leader. So the next level we have on our career path is elite team leader. And that is where we have, you either have 8 personal team members, or you can have 5 personal and 3 that belong to a Red Jacket. Okay, so one of these people over here in the 5 are a Red Jacket. And so that gets super exciting because you are still going to earn that 9 or 13% commission. You can earn a car at this level. But what's really exciting is you can move into DIQ at the end of this at the 8 if you have 8 personal. Okay, so we're going to celebrate elite team leader Vicky on the Pyatt unit. Way to go, Vicky. DIQ, you guys, DIQ, here it is. And you just heard the new rules. You can go into DIQ with 8 personal team members, 8. I'm like Jennifer, I had to start at 10 and I had to end at 30, but you guys can start at 8 and end at 24. And I'm just going to say from my personal experience, the last 5 were the hardest. So you guys, this is so doable. Take advantage of it while you can. So congratulations to our DIQ, Jennifer Draper from the Huff unit. Way to go, Jennifer. All right, and every 3rd Thursday of the month at 8 o'clock Central Time, we have a Red Hot call, and that's a special call just for people that are in their Red Jacket, just for those that want to lead. We always have a guest speaker. We learn so much. Get in your Red Jacket before the next Red Hot call. I didn't look to see what that date is, but get in your Red Jacket so you can join us for the call. Oh, right there. No call in January. Next one's February 16th. It's right in front of me. Okay, hey, one more thing before we skip to the next. Don't forget that when you participate in the, I'm mixing all my promos up now, but if you get 5 team members, 5 active team members, and you're a Red Jacket, you can get your Red Jacket for free. Don't forget that you can get your Red Jacket for free.
Yes.
Something I noticed, I don't know if this has always been, as I was looking up the criteria for Red Jackets today, it shows in our description that if you're a first-time Red Jacket, you get your Red Jacket for half off when you have 3 team members. So I did not know that.
Woo!
Yes.
That's amazing.
Also, one Yeah, sorry, one more thing on the Reds. I saw also on In Touch that brand new Reds get to go on stage at seminar.
Ooh, yeah.
Ooh.
Shut it
First time
right
red.
now.
Yep, any first time Red, there's no, like, half your team has to have so many. It's any first time Reds, January through June, you get to go on stage at seminar.
Oh, girls, we need like
Wow.
30.
Red March,
Red Parade, baby.
Red Parade.
That is awesome.
That's amazing. Well, hey, everybody, this is Maya Hall. I'm so excited to talk to you guys about the Court of Sharing. So there are 3 courts that will be honored at Seminar in Dallas, and one of them is the Court of Sharing. This is when you add 24 Great Start qualified team members. Great Start qualified means that your new team member places a $600 wholesale order in the first 4 months of her business, whether it's her first order or it becomes a cumulative. Now, what's so prestigious about this court is when you finish 24 qualified, you'll be recognized at Seminar and you'll be awarded a Diamond Bumblebee, either for your lapel, or you can have $525 of cash, or you can get a bee bracelet. But I'll tell you right now, you definitely always take the bee, right, Jen? We always take the bee. And so we want to recognize those of you who are passing on the Mary Kay opportunity and building your teams. And I want to encourage you. I have heard so many times that where you are today, you make a decision today about where you want to be in Dallas, and that comes to fruition. So you have a choice. You can say, man, I'm not anywhere where I thought I would be halfway, so I'm not even going to try anymore. Or you can say, no, I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be, and I am going to take the next 6 months and do what I know I can do, and taking that next step and passing and sharing. So some of you may earn your Diamond Bumblebee. Some of you may earn your Mary Kay card. Some of you may earn that beautiful red jacket. I am shook. I did not know that they would get across stage. So that is amazing. So we're going to honor our top team builders for the first 6 months of our seminar year. So please help me hop in the chat, give some shout outs to these amazing consultants in our area. Number 5 is Kim Koffler. Number 4, Rachel White. Number 3, Amber Sherrill. Number 2 is Amy England. And our queen so far of our area, halfway through the year with 6 Great Start qualified team members, is Jennifer Draper. So congratulations. Oh my gosh, this is amazing. Also want to point out a little thingy, I don't know what you call that, caveat, whatever. Ties are ties are broken by the commissions that are earned. So that's how we break up those ties, just so you guys are aware. And we will honor you guys at our area awards also at Dallas. And so just want to be throwing that out there now, that now you might want to be thinking, who will be crowned, who will be recognized, who will be our next queen for our area awards. So the scoreboard in the next 6 months gets a little bit more fun, doesn't it, everybody? Okay, so let's continue to celebrate. Woohoo!
Woohoo. All right, throwing it back to you, Heidi.
All right, we get to do the golden rules, you guys, and this is part of our 6 most important game, is having, I think it's 36 golden rule achievers from January all the way through June. So excited. This past month was this gorgeous heart bracelet, and let's see who earned this with 600 wholesale. We have Penny, Sherry, Jody, Bailey. We have Jennifer, Amy, Patricia, Lauren, Jamie. We have, I'm going to say this wrong, Parian, Mary, Robin, Cherish, Laura, Taylor, Bobby Joe, and the list goes on. I think we have 20 total. We have Lori, Joanne, we have Kara, and Susie. Congratulations to you guys for doing your 600 and earning that beautiful piece of jewelry. You guys, I've always strived to do that and just build your beautiful wardrobe collection of jewelry that's free, okay? And you get to also talk about it when you're in public. It's a piece saying, I earned this by selling 1,200 retail, and then you put your 600 wholesale. And then we have the consistency, which Jennifer already talked about. So
yes,
awesome.
All right, Sherry, you're up.
Hello, guys. I get to talk about star consultants. So we usually talk about how important stars are because, first of all, you earn points for prizes. You can take gift cards. You can get all kinds of prizes. I just opened my, if you don't have the Star Consultant app, download that. It'll show you your points that you have and that what you are eligible to purchase. Okay. And so today, just for fun, I opened mine just to see, oh my gosh, I've banked some of my points. So like there's all kinds of things like really nice luggage and just all sorts of different things. And so I just keep trying to tuck mine back because I'm going for a vacation. But also when you are a Star Consultant, it puts you first. When people search for consultants in your area, it puts you at the top of the list so that you are getting those customers that don't already have a consultant. So you definitely want that. And now we have a new opportunity that counts towards our leadership. Not leadership, I'm sorry, you guys, I'm getting it all mixed up. We have all these promos and I'm getting it all mixed up. So how many stars is it that we need? You guys, I can't remember the magic number. 12, 21. I can't, I'm going, Jennifer's going like this. I'm like, I'm not sure.
12.
It's 12.
12. We need 12 stars for each of our units over the next 6 months. So that when we go to seminar, we have met that goal. So isn't that one of our check boxes on our 6 most important things list? Okay. So be a star. It benefits you. It benefits our unit. Be a star. Okay, so let's start out with our Sapphire Stars. These are the ladies that have placed $1,800 wholesale order in the quarter from, oh wait, are we gonna do this quarter first or next quarter? Sorry, I'm not sure what the slide is.
Well, I just realized that I hid that slide for some reason.
Okay.
So give me just a second and I'm going to unhide it.
Are we doing the
And-
on target first or are we doing last quarter?
I believe it's last quarter first.
Okay, so last quarter star is from September 16th until December 15th. So this is where you finished for the past quarter, okay? And so we have Sapphire Star starts at 1,800. And while she's working on that, I'll just tell you the numbers. Ruby Star starts at 2,400 wholesale. Diamond is 3,000. Emerald is 3,600. And Pearl level starts at 4,800. There's actually 3 levels of Pearl, but 8 is the bottom tier. So, and you get your points assigned to you for your prizes based on where you are in that star.
Okay, it's coming. Hold on just a second.
You're doing great, Mary.
I had clicked next and I was like, why did that not show it? So then I realized what I did. Okay, let me get back on here.
Dance party.
Woohoo! Okay, let me get on the right slide so I don't like.
My phone is downstairs.
Okay. Let me just come back here. We're doing it this way.
Here we go.
Okay.
Woo! Okay, so Sapphire Stars for our second quarter were Kara, Taylor, Jody, Cherish, Laura, Angie, Tammy. I can't see the bottom.
Well, I don't know why it cut off that name, but that was the last one. Sorry.
Okay. Ruby Stars, Kathy, Patty, Cherish, Robin. Next up, we have Emerald, Susie, Bob Joe, and Jennifer. Way to go, ladies. And the Pearl, the top dog, Amy England with her Pearl Star for the second quarter. Way to go, ladies. Okay, we went ahead and did on target stars for this next quarter, which you realize we just started it on December 16th. So if you have placed at least a $300 wholesale order, you are considered on target for the star for the quarter, okay? That does not mean in tomorrow you could not catch up to this, but this is where we are for today. So let's celebrate Jennifer and Melinda, Melanie, Erin, Shannon, Amy, Crystal, Diedrich, Jamie, Joanne, Perian, and Lauren. Way to go.
Woohoo! All right, and we're going to keep on recognizing the Court of Sales. If you haven't noticed, each promotion that Mary Kay does segues you into the next place to have a victory. And so your golden, your 600 wholesale every month makes you a star consultant. Well, then making you a star consultant helps you build up to a consistency, whether you decide to achieve your unit court, your princess court, which is 20,000, or the National Court of Sales, which is 40,000 retail. And so we want to recognize our top consultants in our area as of December 31st. And like Mary said, we realize this, not all orders are finalized yet for December, but this is the information that we do have. And so we are just so excited to recognize those of you who are on your way to the National Court of Sales. So let's meet them now. All right, number 10, Taylor Olson. Number 9, Kathy Greenhaw. Number 8, Robin Lichtenauer. Number 7, Angela Daughtry. Number 6, Bobby Joe Smith. Woo! Number 5, Jennifer Draper. Number 4, Cherish Miller. Number 3, Francesca Wally. Number 2, Susie Woods. And number 1, just crossing over for the Princess Court of Sales, is Amy England. Yay! Congratulations. We're so excited for all of you, as you, I know, are working so diligently. And just like Sherry said, if you are not here, that does not mean that you cannot finish. I was telling Heidi yesterday in a conversation, I think like 7 of the 10 years I've been a sales director, I went to leadership literally on target for nothing. Okay. I was on target for 0. Okay. No parties, no stage calls, no accolades, nothing. My name was not on the scoreboard. And guess what? I still finished where I wanted to finish. And so whether you have your heart set on something, please hear my heart. You do not have to let the determining factor be right now. There is a lot of time still left, but don't let time pass you by. I also tell Heidi this. I said, well, you could intentionally work starting today, or you could wait 3 months and have to cram in 3 months. So you can decide if you want to work with peace and ease over 6 months, or you're going to wait till the end of June and then be like, dang, I wish I could have, would have, should have. So we each have the decision to finish strong by starting now. So congratulations again to all of you who achieved so well the first 6 months, all of December. That's absolutely incredible, you guys.
Yes, absolutely. Give yourselves a round of applause, pat on the back, all of that, because that is so true. You guys have done an incredible job, again, in December, but all since July 1st when this new seminar year started. So congratulations to you guys. And now I do want to do some recognition for all of you guys still, but as a unit for your director recognition as well. And so I love doing this because I love being able to get a shout out. And you guys know that we have been telling you about multiple things over the last few months as to where you can help your director. Do you guys remember us always saying, help your director, help your director? So we're going to talk about those as well. So the first thing we're going to recognize is our unit recruiting. So this, as you can tell, the company is all about growth, helping us grow our units, you grow your team. And this new goal to grow to 600,000 beauty consultants globally. And so unit growth, our unit recruiting, we had 3 units that recruited in the month of December. You heard Heidi recognize our 4 new consultants. So with 1 new unit member in each of their units is the Huff unit and the Smith unit. Congratulations to you guys. And with 2 new is my unit, the Pyatt unit. Woohoo! We have not been on that scoreboard for a while, so that is really awesome. So congratulations to you guys. And then let's talk about all of these things that we've been telling you how you can help your director. So the first challenge that we shared with you guys was the Power Unit Challenge. This is where directors were challenged to have their units reach a certain number of non-T consultants, meaning those that are in non-terminated status. So somebody that has ordered within the last 6 months counts for that. So we have 2 units that will receive bling badges for that and recognition at seminar. With the Power 50 unit with 50 non-T unit members is the Huff unit. Congratulations to Jennifer and her unit. And then with the Power 75 is the whole unit. So congratulations to Maya and her unit for that as well. And so I believe that's just, is that standing recognition or is that stage recognition? I think that's just standing, I think. Yeah, okay. Jennifer always has our back on that. Okay, then we also had the sales director reds. Now, this is where directors were challenged to have 3 new first-time red jackets. And we did not have any of our units that achieved 3 first-time reds during the qualification period, but I do want to give a shout out to Heidi and the Ray unit because they did have 1 new red during this challenge period. So congratulations to you guys. And then also and I think we kind of actually missed talking about this over the last few months when we have been sharing and doing some recognition, but we do have the units were challenged to a 13 and a 33% growth increase. So what Mary Kay did is they took what our units did as production in October, November, and December of 2021 and challenged us to beat and exceed that by either 13 or 33%. And so at 13% increase, you get to have on-stage recognition. And at 33%, you would get on-stage recognition plus a photo with Ryan Rogers. And again, there are still orders being processed. And so this could change a little bit. But as of today, with a 13% growth is the Huff unit. So congratulations, Jennifer and her unit. The whole unit, congratulations. The Mason unit, woohoo. And then the Pyatt unit as well. So congratulations to all of those units. And again, all of you guys that are in those units play a huge part of that as well. All right, then the last part, which is so much fun, is the Stars and Guitars Leadership Party. Now, directors get to attend this party, which is an exclusive party that they shut down this entire facility just for Mary Kay to have full reign of that facility. And so you get to attend this when you, as a director, are either on target for Court of Sales, Court of Sharing, or as a unit club, or of course, as a news director and a senior director as well. And so the exciting part, you guys, is everybody is going to this. All 6 of our area directors get to go to this party together. And so we are so excited. So again, congratulations to everybody for this, because again, you played a part in this and helping your sales director. And then also make sure that you do celebrate your sales director, because some sales directors, again, this could be either from being on target for Court of Sales, Court of Sharing, or the unit club. And so make sure that you give a shout out to your sales director for that as well. So congratulations to you guys. And I think that is my last one for that. That is. Okay, and so we are so excited for that leadership party too, because those are always so much fun. Okay, let me get over here.
Okay, well, while Mary is getting ready, y'all, I have to make sure you all understand how we came to be. And so we are all here as a result of Senior Sales Director Mary Pyatt. So I don't know if y'all know that or not, but Mary Pyatt, living in Country Club, Missouri, she is the one responsible. Basically, she's like our grandma or your great grandma or your great great grandma, but she's
the cool one, young one.
Yeah, like I was gonna say super fine, super high, and a lot of great awesomeness. So but so I just want y'all to know, because I realize as our family grows, you may not understand our family tree. Well, Mary is the one who began her business like 19 years ago. So I'm somewhere in there, right?
Yep.
I know
It'll be 19 years in May. Yep.
Okay. And then she's responsible for all of us. So like really like make sure you throw in some love and some encouragement. She also is the one who every single month makes all of our presentations for both All In Family Night and our Red Hot Call. And so just give her some love, tell her you're grateful for her. And so now Mary, now you are allowed to train. Because Heidi's right. She has so much wisdom, you guys. She has lived so much life. She has worked her Mary Kay business with a full-time job, toddlers, now one in college and still one at home. And, I just, she's amazing. So I just want to make sure y'all know that.
You are too sweet. Thank you so much for that. So you guys, all right. I think that it's always kind of funny that when I looked back, I also got to train at the start of the Mary Kay seminar year. So I get to train at the start of the Mary Kay seminar year. And then today I get to train at the start of our new calendar year. And so I am going to talk tonight a little bit about goal setting. Okay. I think that is just in my mind, that is appropriate as you get to start a brand new year. And I'm sure that you guys have, over the last few weeks have had a chance to kind of reflect or process what has happened in 2022, what you are excited about for 2023. And I kind of want to just start by asking this question, as far as really asking just to think about where you are now, okay? Where you are at as far as, when you woke up on January 1st of 2022, what is it that you set out to do? What is it that you wanted to do? Or maybe you didn't set any goals or habits or resolutions or any of that kind of thing. Maybe on July 1st, when we started a new Mary Kay seminar year, maybe then you set some goals or some things you wanted to accomplish. And so to think back about those things and to look at where you're at now. Okay, so just take a moment and think about where you're at now. Okay, you don't have to write it in the chat. You don't have to do, I just want you to mentally think and process that question. Okay. And you're probably going to find yourself in one of two places. Okay. Number one, you're on track. You are like high on life. Everything is going great. You are excited. You are you have momentum, all of those things. And if that is you, keep going. Okay. You can still listen to what I'm going to share, because I know there are going to be some things that you can still take away. But if you are moving and grooving, please keep doing what you're doing. Okay. Do not stop. Do not pass go. Like, you just keep trucking along. Okay. If you're on the other side of things and maybe you're stuck in a rut, okay, maybe you're like kind of trying to beat yourself up a little bit because you didn't accomplish what you said you were going to do. Maybe you said you were going to lose some weight this last year and you didn't lose some weight, just from personal experience. Or maybe you said you wanted to be in a certain position in your career and you're not there. Okay, whatever that is, you're going to find yourself in one of two places. Okay. And Maya kind of alluded to it. National Sales Director Holly Lowe had shared a quote that it was that Maya just shared, is in December, okay, or for our case on January 2nd, right now, is you have the choice to make a decision now as far as how you want to finish the seminar year, okay? And you can, like Maya alluded to, you can be like, well, crap, I haven't done what I said I was going to do, or I'm too far behind, I'm just going to give up. But you guys, we still have 6 whole months in this Mary Kay seminar year, okay? 6 entire months. Or if you're looking at things for your personal life, you still have 12 months, okay, of being able to accomplish things. And so, but I think it is so important for us to acknowledge where we're at now, because you cannot change what you won't acknowledge. Okay. So if you don't take stock of where you're at right now, again, whether you're talking about Mary Kay, whether you're talking about your personal life, your personal goals, it could be financial, it could be spiritual, it could be any of those aspects. If you don't look at you don't acknowledge where you're at now, you're not going to be able to change. Okay. And when we hide from that, when we try to when we try to sugarcoat things or to be like, oh no, everything's fine, everything's great, nobody benefits from that. Okay. Because nobody can benefit when we hide from that. All right. And I loved this, Pam Shaw. So Pam Shaw is a national sales director. She actually did a goal setting breakthrough training on December 26th. It is on her Facebook page. You guys, I highly recommend that you go and watch that. Okay. Pamela Waldrop Shaw is how her name is on Facebook. And it is amazing. She is just a master at thinking strategy. And she just shares so many things that are not just in regards to Mary Kay, but just in life in general. And so some of those things I'm going to share tonight, but if you haven't watched that, please go and watch that. But one of the things that she says is that she says, your next depends on your now. Your next depends on your now. So where you want to go next depends on realizing and acknowledging where you're at right now. Okay. The other thing that she said too was that what we do not repair, we will repeat. And you guys, that one struck me because I know there are things that I need to improve on. I need to repair. And because I have not made that decision to repair them, I'm repeating them. Okay. And so that is so important for us to think about. And so what I want you to think about is like some questions to ask yourself. And some of these are the same things that I had shared in that July training as well. But you guys, it has been 6 months. It has been 6 months since that happened, like since we did that session. And our National Sales Director, Maritai, always shares with us that everybody's life changes every 6 months. Okay. You have different work things, you have different life things, all of that. And so to think that we can just ask ourselves these questions once and be done with them is very silly. Okay. So it is so important for us to ask them again. So here's some questions to ask yourself is what worked well? Okay. What worked well in 2022? What has worked well for you these last 6 months? And what didn't work? What are things that maybe you tried that didn't work, or systems that you have that didn't work? What brought you joy? What made you happy? I love, there's a Facebook post going around, like share a picture of the time that you were truly happy in this last year. What was that moment and why? Like, why did that excite you? What bugged you? Like, what drained you? Like, I know that there is, and I'll just share this just to give permission for anybody else that needs to hear this as well. There is a serious conversation that is going to happen with a family member of mine because of some time boundaries. Because I know that I love that person and I know that person loves me, but I also know that me not having that boundary is hindering a lot of things in my life. And it's making me frustrated. And so that conversation has to happen. But it took me like acknowledging, like, okay, that bugs me. Like every time that a situation happens with that, I get so mad and I need to vent to people. And it's like, I can fix that. Like I can do something about that. And so what brought you joy? What bugged you? How did your schedule work for you? How did it work for your family? What didn't work about it? How did you maybe learn or grow in ways that are not reflected on a Mary Kay scoreboard? Okay. You guys, we are all amazing people that are capable and gifted in so many different ways that what we accomplished this last year may not have been reflected on the Mary Kay scoreboard, but it is reflected in other areas. And so we need to acknowledge those areas and we need to be proud of those areas as well. So what other ways did you learn and grow? What's something that you could have done, but you didn't as well? And so one of the things that kind of, in getting ready for this training or kind of inspired this training is I have one of those like desk calendars, that you flip over and there's like a quote or a saying for every single day. And it's based on the book 100 Days, 100 Days to Believing Bigger. Marshawn, what is her name? Marshawn Evans, is that right? Wrote a book, Believing Bigger, and there's a devotion about it. And there's actually like a little flip calendar that I was gifted this last year. Yes, Heidi's holding up the book that we all love, this book as well. But there's a flip calendar for it. And on December 30th, when I had flipped the calendar over in the morning, what was written on it was from Joshua 3:4. And it says, "You have not passed this way before." And like, that just struck me that it was like, I think just because of it getting ready for a new year, the calendar turning, all of that, to think, you have not passed this way before. And that was based on that was when the Israelites were crossing over to the Jordan. And so it says, do not go near it so that you can see the way to go, for you haven't traveled this way before. And it just gave me the thought that it's like, you guys, none of us have traveled this way before. Like we're walking into a whole brand new year, the last 6 months of our seminar year. What we have ahead of us, none of us have walked into before. Like we don't know how, we can do some things to prepare, but it's not really in our control as far as that goes. And so to give ourselves grace, I think for that it's like, we're all living day to day. And some of us are like, survival mode or thriving mode, but like none of us have been this way before. And so just that thought and that reminder for yourself that if you need to give yourself grace, give yourself some grace. Okay. And give grace to your sister consultants, to your husband, to your kids, to anybody in your family, because none of us have been through this way before. And so that also reminded me, like, how many times do we beat ourselves up because we think we should be in a different spot? We like compare, or we look at what's on Instagram or on Facebook or whatever, and we beat ourselves up because we think we should look different, be different, do different things, or have to repeat things over and over again until we learn them. And so again, every day is new, every week is new. This is a new year, a new last 6 months, and we haven't been this way before. So just to remember that as well. The other part that I want to share that was kind of inspired with this is I started this new thing yesterday. If you guys are familiar with Annie F. Downs, she has written a few books. She has a podcast. She is somebody that I follow on Instagram because I just love her and how she shares and what she teaches. And she is doing a thing this year that is called Let's Read the Gospels. It's something that she has done personally many times, to where she will read through the Gospels in a month. And so she is doing that publicly, like out there for everybody, to where for the entire 2023 year, every single month, she will read the Gospels with you. So she will read, you can listen to the podcast, she just reads it and prays. You can pray, you can follow along. But she'll take you through different Bible versions. She'll take you through like different translations, different orders, all different things like that. And so yesterday was the first day for it. And so she was reading from John. And so John 1:38, she was sharing in this verse, and it's where like John and the disciples, the two disciples, started to follow Jesus. And I don't know why this struck me funny, but it kind of did, is that Jesus turned and asked the two disciples, "What do you want?" And I just thought that was hilarious because I'm like, that was such a simple question, but like what a profound difference that made. And so of course they were talking in that context about, what do you want in following Jesus, and what do you want to get from that? But I also think we deserve to ask ourselves that question of, what do we want? What is it that we want from our life? What is it that we want from our Mary Kay business? What is it that we want from our relationship with Jesus? What is it that we want from our marriage? All of those kind of things. What do we want? And so one of the things that I challenge you to do is, maybe tonight after we get off of this call, is to grab out a piece of paper, grab out a notebook, grab out whatever you have, and just start to write. And it honestly doesn't have to even be legible. Like, it can be as messy as you want. It can be writing, it can be bullet points, it could be words, however it is. And just to think about what it is that you want from your life. Okay. And again, from whatever aspect that you want. Like, we are multifaceted. We are not just Mary Kay consultants. We are human beings. We carry all these roles. So what is it that we want? And so I did find some other questions that I want to share with you that you can kind of use to start to ask, to be able to kind of start this, what do you want kind of process. Amber, her name is Annie F. Downs. Annie F. Downs. Okay, so here are some questions. And some of these are a little bit of a different version of the questions before, but I'm going to share them again just because you may hear it in a different way that can resonate with you a little bit better. So what do I currently tolerate in my life that the best version of myself would not? I thought that was really good. Hence why that conversation is going to happen. So what do I currently tolerate in my life that the best version of myself would not? What advice would my 80-year-old self give to me at this exact moment? What sacrifices am I not making that I know I should be making? What sacrifice am I consistently making that I should not be making? That can kind of go both ways there. What's one thing that I'm doing that's keeping me average? Specifically, what qualities am I looking for in the people that I want to attract to my life? And I thought this was really powerful too, then hearing this, and then once the company launched that contest for team building and unit growth, is to think about who are the people that you want on your team? What qualities do you want them to have? Because if you don't know what you're looking for, you're never gonna, like, you won't find it, right? So what are the qualities I'm looking for in people I want to attract in my life? What are the 1 to 3 things that I genuinely care about? You know, talk about having joy and fun in your life. What are the things that you truly do care about? And what part of your life is causing you pain? What part is causing you pain? And then another one is, what is the smallest or simplest thing that I'm not currently doing that I could do in order to move closer to the life that I want? That one was kind of a big question, so let me repeat that one. Hold on just a second.
Mary, do you have these available that's already?
Yes, I can, like, I'll have the screenshot of them that I can have so that the directors can share with you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, I can't get that one muted. Okay, there we go. Okay, so that one was, what is the smallest, simplest thing that I'm not currently doing that I could do in order to move closer to the life that I want? And then the last one is a really good one. What am I not doing because of fear? What am I not doing because of fear? So here's the thing, you guys, and I will, like, I'll have those to where, like, again, I'll send those to the directors so that they can get them out to you guys. But here's the thing with these questions, okay? You have the choice to either sit down, take some time, process, and answer those questions and to think and to reflect, or you don't. Like, you don't have to. But here's one of the things that I personally realized is that sometimes we're afraid to go through those questions and to answer those questions, because once you do that and you see the answers to those questions and you, like, acknowledge them and you're aware of them, then it makes it hard, because then you're not going to have the ability to make excuses anymore, because you've just kind of put everything out there as far as what was stopping you, that now it's like, oh, okay, like, it just got real. Okay, and you have to process through that. And so another thing that Pam Shaw shared in her training was, she says, I do not have problems, I have patterns that create problems, which basically means I am the problem. And so that is one of the things, you guys, that we are all human and we all make mistakes, but we do have a choice in the opportunity to be able to look at that and to reflect on that. And so, like she talked about, like, you know, she lacked the motivation to look at the problem, to look at that situation square in the face. And once she did that, then that opened up the opportunity to change. And she shared a quote from James Clear, which he is the writer of Atomic Habits. If you guys have not read that book, it's an awesome book as well. And it says, life rarely changes in a positive way without an increase in responsibility. And I would add on to that personal responsibility, because we do get to make the choices and make the decisions every day as far as how our life progresses from that. So what do you know that you need to do that you've been unwilling to do? What are the key habits or the key things that you can do to move forward towards your goal? And so, you guys, with all of these promotions that Mary Kay has offered, that's why they even look at, like, I love that these contests are all about, there are some results with them, but it is also about activity. Like, especially, I know, like, our sales directors, our 6 most important things is a lot about activity, what we can do to grow our unit and to focus on all of that. And so you can look at each of the goals that you have. So whatever the goal is that you have for your Mary Kay business, because everybody's at a different spot, but talk with your sales director as to how you can look at that goal and break it down into something that you can do every single day, or every day that you're working your Mary Kay business, to move you forward. Instead of just, okay, this is what I want to do, to figure out the action steps to get you there. Okay, because if you don't know the action steps to get you there, you're going to wake up on July 1st and be like, oh, okay, yeah, I should have done this, but I didn't. And so now I didn't reach that goal. Because I know there have been seasons in my life that I have said I've wanted a goal, but I didn't take that time to break it down or to focus on so that I knew every single morning what to do to move forward. And because I didn't do that, I wasn't consistent with my activity. And so, of course, my results were not consistent either. And that's where you can look at consultants and directors that you can tell which ones are really great at that and which ones are not as well. And so I'm actually going to share with you guys, this is something that was developed back in October, I guess, as in the car ride home from fall retreat, with a conversation that Maya spearheaded. Her and I were talking about it in the car. Then Jennifer called in. And so we added her into the conversation to talk about it. But it was really that idea of how we can develop something to where we can wake up and know every single day what to do to move forward in our business. And so this is something we're kind of calling the daily roadmap. Now, again, okay, before I show this to you, if you guys have a system that you are currently using that is working for you, like, you know, when you wake up in the morning, exactly what to do, whether that is a planner or a to-do, like whatever that system looks like, if it is working, again, please do not change it just for the sake of something new that I'm showing you. Okay, like, cross your heart, lift up your right hand and promise me that you will not do that. Okay. But if you're not, okay, if you need something to help with that, this is a tool that could be in your tool belt to help with that. Okay. And so I'm going to, let me make sure I have it pulled up here to be able to bring on to the screen. And again, we will get this to where everybody will have access to it. And I'm not going to go over it because it is pretty self-explanatory and for the sake of time, but I just wanted to show you this aspect of it. Let me make this a little bit smaller. So this is, again, we're just calling it a daily roadmap. And it basically is a way for you to have like a printed piece of paper to where you can keep track of all of the things that you can do in your business. Okay. And depending on your goal, these numbers, like, maybe for the first question here, who am I booking to bless today? Maybe your goal doesn't require you to reach out to 10 people. Maybe you just need 5. Like, you can adjust this to whatever your goal is. Okay, just look at the overall premise of this, I guess I would say. But this helps you track who you're booking, who you're coaching, who's having a beauty experience, who you share the Mary Kay opportunity with, who you're following up with, what other things that you're doing as far as training or writing encouraging notes or posting on social media, delegating things, where you're getting leads, and then reflecting on each day. Because again, if we don't look at what we're doing, it can go days and weeks and months before we realize that a change needs to be made, or a pivot needs to be made, or anything like that. So what can I celebrate? How can I be proud? What did I learn? And then just being able to be accountable with your director or your accountability partner, tracking your IPAs. So again, this is just a tool to help towards that. Okay. So if you are needing help in that way, this is something that we wanted to share with you about that. Okay. Again, if you've got a system for that, keep on rocking it, sister. Okay. But here's what, like, and I know Jennifer had shared with that 60 days, the 60 faces in 60 days, that there's a tracking sheet for that, because you guys, whatever we look at gets better. So if you have that 60 faces in 60 days tracking sheet, or you have your planner, or you have this daily roadmap, if you are using that or using whatever system works for you and you're consistent with it and looking at it, then you're growing, then you're getting better. But if you're not, then that's where it's like, oh, I don't really know what I'm doing today, so let me get on Facebook and post. Oh, 2 hours later, oh, okay, let me now post that thing that I really wanted to post. And the day just gets away from you in that aspect. Okay. So I will post or share those questions as reflection, but that's where I would really challenge you guys is to reflect on where you're at now. Ask yourself those questions so that you can get better. And then once you know what you want, where you're wanting to go, what vision that you have for your life, figuring out how to implement that every single day with those little baby steps that add up to the big steps, so that we're starting now to go forward towards what we want for the end of the seminar year, the end of 2023, all of those kind of things. Because your next starts with your now, right now. So that's all I had for you guys tonight.
Woohoo! Is anyone else's cup just so full right now? You can raise your hands or hop in the chat. I know that we all love the opportunity to just affirm. So whether you want to share in the chat or if you would love to unmute and just give a nugget. I had to go to the next page in my calendar journal thing here because I ran out of space, Mary. So thank you for bringing us some really thought-provoking questions, because, you know, when we have new thoughts, we're going to go in a different direction of our life. And so you definitely gave us all new thoughts to be challenged and convicted on and to take action on. So who would love to just share something that you are walking away with tonight into your 2023 year that you know is what you needed to hear today?
I'll go. Thank you, Mary. This is wonderful. I have so many things going around in my brain, so I was trying to figure out what I wanted to say. The first thing is when you talked about what do I currently tolerate is not the best version of myself would not tolerate. And that is huge, because I feel like as women in general, we're bad about doing that. We'll tolerate certain things, and if we were in a different position, that we would not. And so that's very thought-provoking. So thank you for that. And I also love the question you asked, what advice would my 80-year-old self say? Because sometimes we're stuck in the moment that we're in, and that's all we can see. And we think something is so important. Or if we miss a goal, it's like the devastation, you know, and it's like you think forward to when you're 80 years old, and is it important? Did it matter? And are we doing the things that do matter? You know, are we, you talked about sacrificing where it needs to be and where it doesn't need to be, you know, and that goes all together, because are we sacrificing what today so that the 80-year-old version of ourselves says, okay, that's where you did a good job, you know, or are we going, oh, I shoulda, coulda, woulda, you know, and how many years down the road? So just thank you. It was awesome. I loved it.
You're welcome. Thank you.
I also love your roadmap.
That was a joint effort.
I hadn't seen it, so I'm ready to get my hands on it.
Well, I'll tell you how that was inspired, because Mary asked the question, do you ever just go into your office and you're like, what am I supposed to do now? Y'all, you know, and so that's how we began. Like, okay, so when you do go into your office, what should we do? What do you focus on? What is a priority, right? Like okay, so like sometimes you can feel all over the place. So yeah.
I also feel like that's very beneficial for people that do not work their married pay full time.
Yes.
Because it gives you a plan and you can come back to it intermittently.
Well, and it's one of those things that one of the things that I realized that I reflected on as far as this last year was when that situation arises that I shared because of the difficult conversation that gets to happen and I'm frustrated, and I'm just the mental exhaustion and the emotional exhaustion that then it's like, okay, I know I need to work, but I have no mental capacity to even make a decision about what I need to do. And so to have that to be, it's like, okay, if I'm, I also love John Acuff is another author that I follow and have done some of his workshops. And he always says to ask the question, if you're kind to your future self. And so he used the example of like when you take your sheets off your bed to wash, that if you're like me, you take the sheets off to wash, you wash them, and you don't make the bed right away with clean sheets. So then you forget about it. And when you go to climb into bed at night, you have no sheets on your bed and you're like, oh, man. And so you were not kind to your future self. And so that's where this is, that it's like, okay, if I plan this and I prepare this and I have written out what I need to do, whether I have 5 minutes or 5 hours, even if my brain has reached its capacity of making decisions, I can look at this and I know exactly what I need to do.
Mhm.
And so that's where it's like, even when you don't want to work or you're not sure that you can, because you know exactly what to do. Like you're not having to make that additional decision, because that's just like decision fatigue and decision overload when you have all those things to do. So
Yeah. Hey, Mary, I
Hi,
really
Mary.
liked all of it. It was so good. The one thing that stuck out to me was, what's the one thing that I'm doing that's keeping me average? I
mhm,
love that. I love that thought because, I really feel like average is just so overrated. And, I know like, you have teenagers and things like that, sometimes they just want to blend and, not only that, but yourself and your unit members. And whenever I do something that's not average, it is like really obvious, to
mhm,
everybody around you. And the same thing with everyone on here. When you step out and do something not average, everybody
mhm.
is all eyes are on you. And so you just got to be comfortable with that.
Yep.
And I just remember talking to Sherry and I was like, well, you're not average. That's why, we get
Yeah.
frustrated, nobody thinks like we do in Mary Kay. And it's such a blessing that we don't have to be average. And
Mhm.
so it's a good question for me to ask, what is the one thing that maybe I'm doing that's keeping me average or keeping me,
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah. Awesome.
I love the training too, Mary, very much so. I think for me, where it says we have not been this way before. And so, I mean, that really is going to cause me to pause and to think. And I think to have, what's the word I want to use? To have gentleness, that's not really the word, but just to um, sorry, just to be kind to myself. There you go. And say, we haven't been this way before, and I mean, it's the beginning. I mean, there's so much we can do, and I think all the questions that you've posed for us, I think if we take the time, as you said, and we really think about them, I mean, I really think it's going to help us to change. I know it's going to help me to change, just and to look at this, but to be kind to myself also, and just say, okay, yeah, and okay, let's move on. So I was very encouraged by all of that. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you, Rachel.
Well,
I'll
friends,
have,
I know.
oh, sorry.
Go ahead, Amber. Go ahead.
I would have to agree with Rachel. That's really what kind of got my like big attention, my nugget from Mary's training today, because the announcement that I made before training,
Mhm.
I haven't been this way before. I've worked since I was 8 years old, and I've always had that, steady job that I went to every day. And so I'm really going to have to learn to give myself grace on that. And also, I don't know if I quoted her correctly, but when you said, I do not have problems, I have patterns that create problems. Therefore, I am the problem.
Mhm.
And, the realization that in the moments that I am getting frustrated, that's when I need to stop and ask myself those questions of,
Yeah.
okay, what is the problem? What am I creating? to hinder myself and to frustrate myself.
Yep.
So yeah, that was pretty powerful.
Awesome.
Mary, I love that you did have our new 2023 training, because I love that you said it's okay to reflect on these questions again. You know, here we are. And I think sometimes we can either stuff things under the rug or just ignore them and hope they go away, or, you know, and so instead of taking time to actually think and to ponder and to really be still, right? Like I read that the things that happen, I don't know all the scientific terms, but the things that actually happen in our brain when we actually sit and we have no distraction and actually think, it is so much more mentally better for us. And so there's proven scientific fact that the whole verse of being still and know actually helps our mental and physical and all those states, right?
Yeah.
And so I think it is important for us to do that and to have those times. And, you know, I was also encouraged to think, oh, I want to even talk to Jordan about these questions, right? Like someone that is very much a part of the decisions that are in our family. And so I'm pretty sure it was you that even taught me dreaming dates. And so to take these questions and not only have them with yourself, but your significant other, the people in your life, as you do look on these next 6 months and everything. So, well, Mary, thank you so much for sharing your heart. I know it was so evident that you've been thinking about it a lot. And I know you all would be so blessed by listening to Pamela Waldrop Shaw. I typed her name in the comments, and that was just on her Facebook, like Mary said. So you guys can go and watch that, which inspired a lot of Mary's training tonight. And so want to remind you guys that we do not have Red Hot Call this month. We do launch up bingo this Wednesday with Jennifer and Jennifer. So you guys will be blessed with bingo. And want to remind you also that your sales directors are headed to Nashville in just 2 weeks. And so we are so excited to honor you and represent you, but we're more excited that we know that we'll be headed to seminar together all again very soon. I mean, seriously, you guys, seminar will be here before we know it. Our family will be back together. And our vision is to double our area directors. And so our goal is to have 6 new sales directors for our area debuting on stage at Seminar 2023, the 60th anniversary. What a celebration. And I know we're the last seminar. So we will be the final seminar of the 60th anniversary in 2023. And so make sure that you get that on your calendar. I know that with the new year, you get lots of new vacation days and times, and you can come with your family, come with your significant other, travel with your Mary Kay girlfriends. The official dates of seminar are August 3rd through the 6th. So therefore, you may want to mark your calendar to come in on the 1st or 2nd, and we'll try to get those details figured out as Mary Kay launches them. I know this might seem so far in advance, but we want to make sure that you guys already have your dates marked and everything like that. So thank you all so much for being here, being a part of our All In Family Night. All In Family Night is always the first Monday of every month at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. So mark your calendar for next February, which will be, I believe it's like the 5th or the 6th. So it's the 6th, yes. And so it's going to be a great, great month as we start off January strong and everything like that. So friends, may God bless you. May his face shine upon you. May joy fill your head, your heart, and your home as you begin 2023 strong. So love you guys. Good night. Thank you, Mary.
Good night.
Bye,
Thank you.
everybody.
Bye, everyone.